Hey everybody, welcome to Enliven Wellness. My name is Tessa Gurley and I am thrilled to be here today. Well, this evening. Thank you to all my subscribers and thank you to all my new followers and old followers and all of my one-on-ones. Shout out to Meryl for taking a cold shower and Jim for taking a cold shower. Some of my clients are actually taking on the challenge of cold showers, which is amazing. I love my one-on-ones and goodness, I love all of you all. Thank you so much. So, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share these videos, spread the practical information that you get from Enliven Wellness, this channel. Okay? And if you make sure you join me live for YouTube Live every Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And some people are like not getting the notifications. Make sure you hit the little bell next to the subscribe button and you will get notified when I go live. Super important. All right? All right. Now, my contact information is down below if you ever want more one-on-one coaching to help figure out your health journey, like what is going on with me. I can help you figure that out. We can put a plan together. I can support you. Yes. Let's get started. Is your air conditioner making you sick? And could it be your air conditioning and not mold? Dun dun dun. So, I was thinking about getting an air conditioner because I have a rental house, but it is really hot here in Colorado in the summer and I don't have air conditioning. And I was like, how am I gonna make it, right? And it's like, it's so hot, and like I know some of you out there have this symptom as well, but you know, I was like, oh my god, I can't tolerate heat, and like I can't get my body to sweat properly, and all these different things. And I was freaking out when I first, I was like, oh my god, I love this house, but there's no air conditioning. Shit, what am I gonna do? And I was dating this guy for a little bit of time. We're not together anymore, but he was a brilliant man. And I said, I think I want to get air conditioning. And he was like, don't. And I'm like, why? And he was the very first one that opened up to me and told me about the dangers of air conditioning. And I was like, wait, the dangers of air conditioning? Like, I thought that I was gonna like die because I didn't have it, right? And it turns out that air conditioning is super toxic. Like, air conditioning systems are so bad for you. And I know that this is going to come as like really bad news for some people because they're like, I live in a place that's like 98 degrees and I will die if I don't have air conditioning. I understand that to an extent. Now, my caveat is that you guys know, if you're a regular follower, that I'm all about getting back to the roots of health and like back to like what it means to like be human. Because this is why there's such chronic problems nowadays. I can't emphasize that enough. The ancients have been saying this forever. People are just starting to understand this in the modern day, if you want to call it modern, in the current day era, that most of the problems that people are experiencing are because we have been taken out of the natural rhythm of human life. Okay, we've been taken out of like our roots, out of normal circadian rhythms, out of normal eating patterns, out of normal stress levels. Good Lord. It's so much. It's not what we're supposed to be doing or living like, right? It's not how we're supposed to be living. And one of those is in climate control. We are supposed to be cold and hot and everything in between. We're not supposed to be living in a constant 69 to 72 degree life. It's just not. That really didn't happen very much. Of course, when people lived in like, next to mountains, that's climate controlled for sure, but they still had to like bear the elements, right? They didn't have cars that were also climate controlled. They didn't have office buildings that were also climate controlled. And I'm not saying that they didn't take protective measures of things like jackets and jumping in cold river water or, being less clothed. But basically, Our bodies are meant to regulate temperature. And when you take that factor out of the picture, you stop being able to regulate your body temperature. So why might you have a problem with regulating your body temperature? Of course, there could be other reasons, but this is a big one that maybe you haven't thought about. So thing number one, air conditioning prevents your body from actually needing to, and learning and just doing regular body regulation, body temperature regulation. I can tell you from personal experience, because that's what this channel is about too, is I will give you no bullshit advice, and it's all things that I do myself and believe in. So I now regulate my body temperature like amazingly. I really don't get that hot, and I really don't get that cold. It's great. Like I can be like I'm pretty steady, you know? And my house regularly in the summer is like 80 degrees, 80, 82. And like I've found ways to cool myself down in my house, and I'll give those to you in a minute. I'll give you the solutions after we get through some of the problems. Okay? So don't worry, solutions are coming. Sign from the universe. Anyway, so if you want to learn how to re-regulate your body temperature, maybe consider not climate controlling your home. Heat is more important, to be quite honest, you know, like it is just more important. There are really easy ways to cool yourself down, and you can also heat yourself up, jackets and such, but yeah. Okay, danger number 2 for air conditioning. And I kid you not, I went to go research this topic, and I found really, really frightening articles published in very reputable documents like Time Magazine, you know, different Canadian news agencies. Oh my gosh, like I found a ton of different articles. I will link 3 of them in the description box down below for your reading pleasure. But in the meantime, thing number 2 that is dangerous about air conditioners is that it circulates mold and fungus and other allergens. I found an article that said, quote, "We started recognizing something called sick building syndrome, where people in office buildings were getting very ill." Now, we also know that mold was maybe a thing there, but what they linked it to was air conditioning usage and the proliferation of air conditioning usage. So this made me beg the question, is it air conditioning or is it mold? Or is it mold in the air conditioning? I can tell you for a fact that it wasn't just moving into this house that made me feel better. It was also because I didn't have air conditioning, and I had air conditioning at my other place. Made me really think. Now this also goes for the air conditioning in your car. Shit. So danger number 2 with air conditioning of any kind is that it circulates toxins, fungus, and allergens. Dander. Awesome. Now, yeah, you can have your air conditioning unit maintained, but it's going to grow more mold, and there's going to be more allergens circulating through the air. Danger number 3 are the chemicals they use in air conditioning themselves that make them dangerous. Freon. Okay? The coolants that are used to make air conditioners work are not good for you. So just by the very nature of an air conditioner being an air conditioner, it's not good for you. So these are the top 3 dangers associated with using your air conditioner. And to me, it was pretty convincing about why I didn't want an air conditioner ever again. Ever again. I'm not gonna do it. So here are some solutions. All right, how to regulate your body temperature and how to cool down naturally, especially at night when you're trying to sleep. Okay, these are my favorite. Obviously, if you've been one of my regular followers, you know I'm a big fan of cold thermogenesis, aka cold showers and ice baths, okay? Cold showers, simple. For me and for people who do them, it's brilliant and it's amazing. It does so many things for your body, but right now we'll focus on body temperature regulation. You jump in the shower, you turn it on warm, then you slowly edge it down to cold. And basically what I do is I edge it down a little bit to cold, and then I'm saying like my positive affirmations, right? I'm like, you are confident, I am awesome, right? So like, sing, do whatever you need to do, rub yourself down like as the cold water is hitting you, and then you can edge it down even more. I recommend you start with 2 minutes, then you can edge your way up to even 10. Let your body shiver, that's the important thing. And then you would get out of the shower and let your body shiver up to warm. That's the key piece. So you barely pat dry, and then you let your body shiver and warm yourself back up. Yeah, you might say that's torturous. It's actually like better than a shot of espresso. Y'all wonder why I'm so energized? It's because of the things that I teach on this channel. Okay? Ice bath. Grab 2 10-pound bags of ice. Fill up your bathtub with cold water, put the 2 bags of ice in the water, and literally just get in. It's not good to just like be like, maybe I'll get in, I'm gonna tap my toe. Like, no, just get in. You'll be not super happy for about 2 minutes. It's like, oh my God, like I need to get out. But then you go numb, really, and then you feel great. And then you'll shiver your way back up, I recommend wearing a hat. I recommend wearing I don't do full body submersion quite yet. I only do legs and up to my ribs. And then I just put on a hat. I put on a little coat. I roll it up, and then I get in. And then when I get out, I do put on some warm clothes, like some sweatpants and like a hoodie, right? You can even keep your hat on, but you will still shiver. Like I'm still shivering underneath that. Like I'm still like, ugh. And it feels great. Okay, so those are some ways to increase, like to regulate your body temperature. Now, some natural ways to cool down, especially at night, that's what I'm going to focus on, is you can get cooling pads for animals. They even, I think, have ones for humans that you can put on your bed, and it cools the mattress. Now, make sure it's not necessarily like a plug-in type deal. I think they have ones that are just naturally cooling. You can look at cooling sheet material. You can look at cooler mattresses. I like the Lisa, that's the one that I have, and it's specifically meant for cool. Like it keeps you cool. And it's not expensive, you guys, it's only $800. Like, I'm not saying that that's like super cheap, but it's not like exorbitant. And it was a queen, it's amazing, I love it. Anyway, the next thing is what I learned in the sweltering months here. And I know it's like, okay, this sounds awful, but it's not, it feels great. You get a fan, just a basic fan, okay? Clean your fan regularly, so that there's no dust circulating through. And then you get a cold, wet shirt, and you put it on, and you sleep in the cold, wet article of clothing. And your body will cool down like cray-cray. You've got the fan blowing on you, and you've got the cool water. It's like I would just cool right down. Like it's quick, and it works. And I slept like a baby. So those are some solutions. You can also, of course, if you're like, there's no way, you need to be able to maintain and keep your air conditioning unit super ridiculously clean. See if there's any way that you can always get your vents cleaned. Look for a green vent cleaner or environmentally friendly green vent cleaner, and have them come clean all of your vents. Ask them to spray thyme oil through them. Certain companies offer that. You spray thyme oil through all your vent systems, and it kills mold spores and dust spores and all of these things. I do that every 6 months. Okay? So just because I have heat, but I just want to make sure that my vents are always clean. Yeah. So here are some of the solutions. If you'd like to know more solutions that are practical, to get your health back. This is where my coaching comes in, one-on-one. We go over effective, empowering, practical, natural ways that you can learn how to heal yourself. And I'm there to support you and guide you on your journey. It is my honor. I love being here for you all. Thank you so much. I love you. Until next week, there is hope. Thank you for being here. Bye.